Hi guys, it's Christy, and today I'm going to be doing the fall writing tag. So I tried to have a little bit of ambiance here. I've got my lovely sweet cinnamon pumpkin candle to kind of give me some inspiration while I do this tag. So this is an original tag by Alexandra Rosalind, and she actually tagged me to do this. I was so excited about it because I love fall. Fall is such a great time of year, and it was so creative to kind of merge this love of writing and love of fall together. Fall is such a great time. The weather's finally cooling down. There's so much more to do. There's holiday activities going on, and then it's just like, you can actually stand to be outside because the weather's finally nice enough and the clothes are better. All of my fall clothes, this is like my favorite time of year to be able to bust out all my fall clothes and wear my boots and my scarves and my sweaters and all that fun stuff. So I will link Alexandra's video down below so you can check it out after this. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the question. Question number 1, crunching leaves, the perfect sound. What do you like listening to while writing? Okay, so most of the time I just listen to nothing. I mean, it's just complete silence while I write because I'm easily distracted. But actually in Alexandra's video, she was talking about how she listens to Harry Potter. Like, apparently they have videos with like a Harry Potter ambiance from each room, like the Gryffindor common room. They have all of the houses. And also they have like the library, with, and there's different sounds according to each room. So I think so far I listened to the Gryffindor common room, which actually, that really changed things for me, because it just has a little bit of something, and that's what I like. There's no music or anything. It's just like sound of crackling fire and stuff, which is really nice and cozy, and it actually worked really well for one of the scenes that I was writing. A huge thank you to her because I had no idea about that. And question number 2, hot bubbling cider. What's your favorite thing to eat or drink while writing? I mean, coffee. Because I write first thing in the morning, it's always a cup of coffee. I have to have coffee first thing in the day, like no matter what I'm doing. But yeah, every once in a while, especially at during the holiday season, I love getting the Christmas blend from Starbucks. But if I ever do write, like if I'm really trying to push to meet a deadline or something like that, and I want to write in the evenings, which I typically don't, but if I want to, I really like to have hot chocolate with Baileys in it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And drink responsibly if you're not, I was gonna say drink responsibly if you're not 18. That is not what I mean at all. If you're over 21, drink responsibly. I don't know where 18 came from. Question number 3, bonfires, the perfect night. Name your perfect writing conditions or your perfect writing night. I saw this picture on Pinterest one time, and it was like this writing desk, and it was sitting in this alcove of a house, and out in the distance was just like trees and nature, and the trees were, fall colored leaves. And I don't know, something about that, it was just so peaceful, and it just seemed like the perfect ambiance for writing. Ideally, I think I would love, oh my gosh, if I could get like a cabin in the woods, especially in like Oregon with those big beautiful trees, something like that I think would just be amazing. Okay, so question number 4, pumpkin spice latte, something you used to like but now don't. Which, okay, I'm just gonna say I still love pumpkin spice lattes. I think it's sort of this, Pavlovian, is how you say Pavlovian response. It's like fall, so therefore I crave pumpkins. And yeah, I don't know. It just puts me in a good mood. I couldn't really think of something that I just don't like, but something where my sort of overall attitude has changed toward it would be writing really heartbreaking scenes, or like be writing really emotional scenes. Okay, so when I was like a teenager and in college, even like leading up to college, even to several years ago, I think, I used to be able to write really sad scenes without it really affecting me very much. And I've just noticed as I've gotten older, it's affected me a lot more, to where I kind of carry that weight of that scene with me, and just like what my characters are feeling, I kind of carry that with me a lot longer throughout the day, and I'll think about it and I'm like, well, what was I writing? And sure enough, that's what it is. So number 5, Halloween, your favorite part of writing a novel. My favorite part is the initial concept phase where it's just like the possibilities are endless and there's just this spark of an idea and it's just so exciting, and you know, you don't have any doubts. You know what I'm saying? Like, there aren't any doubts in that initial phase of just pure inspiration. So question number 6, monsters and goblins. What terrifies you most while writing / drafting a novel? I think my biggest fear as I'm writing it is that the reader will say, so what? And like, who cares, you know? Or that they'll be bored. I think my biggest fear is them not being invested in the story and in what's happening with the characters. So question number 7, hay rides. Ugh, I love hay rides. A bumpy ride. What do you do to get over a writer's block or get inspired? I think my go-to techniques are music, Pinterest, and reading. I really like fall down the rabbit hole when it comes to Pinterest and just getting inspired by other work, especially, you know, much older work, things that I grew up watching, that I grew up loving, and then reading other people's work. I think it's just really inspiring. Because I mean, really, that's what writer's block is, right? You're just blocked by something. There's either it's, you know, you're not feeling motivated or inspired, or you have this particular problem and you don't know how you're going to handle it. I feel like those 3 things, you know, just getting inspired by someone else's advice, whether, you know, that be like a quote, or seeing how someone else handled that problem in another book that you're reading, or, you know, like music, you're just getting more into that mood and that mode of writing, and that's in your story, you know, whatever song just kind of gets you back into that world, I feel like is really helpful. Okay, so number 8 is haunted houses, world building. What are some tips you have on crafting the perfect world? Okay, so for me, I write contemporary, and so far I haven't really had to do any world building because, you know, my stories have been set in the present day, and nothing's really different. The reader kind of knows what to expect as far as the world. But I probably will need some advice on world building when I get to one of my future novels that I'm planning, a science fiction series, and so I'll have to see what other Authortubers have to say about this one. I'm pushing up my sleeves because, oh man, it is not cold enough to be wearing sweaters right now. Okay, and number 9 is pumpkins. It all starts with a pumpkin. Do your story ideas start with characters, plots, setting, or something else? So mine are kind of a combination between characters and plot. A lot of times it'll be these characters in a scene, in a dream, you know, and it's really compelling, and I want to know what the story is behind these people and what's happening. But so my next novel that I'm working on after my debut, that one was definitely inspired. Actually, I think it was inspired by a dream first. But then after that, it was definitely a character. So like one of the main characters, he's just unexpected. I guess that's unpredictable, you know. So yeah, I'm very excited about writing his character because I just think I can't wait to write a character that's very out of the box. And number 10 is ghost stories. Share a spooky writing prompt. You visit the nail salon, the same one you've been to for years, and are greeted by the same nail technicians that have always worked there. This time you are desperate to use the bathroom and take a quick detour to the back. Inside the bathroom, you see a bathtub full of nail clippings. You quickly do your business and rush to leave when you're stopped by your favorite nail tech. Her eyes dart from you to the bathtub. Her smile turns to shock and fades into a sneer. So, what are we going to do about this? She asks. I don't know about you, but a bathtub full of nail clippings is pretty spooky. So thank you again to Alexandra for tagging me in this. I'm going to be tagging some people. I tag Melissa with Hopeful Happenings, Rebecca Rodriguez, and Katie Wilson. So yeah, and anyone else who wants to do this tag, I definitely tag you. If you love fall as much as I do, please do it. And I will be listing all the questions down below. And until next time, bye.